Trump is winning big at this point. Hillary and Bernie seem to be neck and neck. There are a bunch of also-rans. And Bush is out. Ryan, what do you make of this primary session so far?
I don't know, man. This whole primary is like, you could use word like unprecedented. Never before has this happened, and it's true. But I mean, you look at everything that has happened so far, and Donald Trump. It's the year of the Trump. People are ticked off in this country. They're putting their energies behind someone who they believe speaks to their passion, their fervor, and even though that Donald is very weak on providing substance, I get it. I mean, people are tired of being politically correct in this country, but this election has had a lot of great candidates who have run, the also-rans, and this is just not the year for people who have had, this is not the year for people with experience. This is the year of the outsider. You see Bernie Sanders. I mean, he's really not an outsider, but he has a message that is resonating with a lot of people who wouldn't traditionally be drawn into politics.
Well, a lot of young people, I think, that don't even know what the definition of
Socialism
even is. And I think part of Trump's success, and Carl, you may want to agree or disagree with me on this, some of Trump's success, I think, is the anger perhaps over the Obama policies, and many have said that Obama is the one that actually has helped to put Trump forward with a lot of folks who are
I actually say the exact opposite. I say that Trump's success is due largely to the success of the Tea Party so far. Yeah. I think I think the Republicans are extremely upset with the lack of governance that we've had from the Republican Party over the last year or 2 years or 3 years. There's just refusal to move anything. Tea Party just stymies everything. That's one of the reasons why I think Ted Cruz can't gain traction, is because he may have the support from a very small core of conservatives, but he's not going to get it from mainstream Republicans, I don't think.
Ted Cruz has got a lot of attraction.
Well, not according to the polls he doesn't.
But he's not even polling evangelicals that everyone anticipates.
It doesn't matter. He's not polling well. I mean, he's always going to have a strong, hardcore folks who consider themselves conservatives above anything else, above all else, above governing the country responsibly, above anything else. They're going to go for Cruz. That's fine. The people who are fed up with that are going for Trump. If you're a Republican,
there's anger on two sides.
Oh, yeah,
there's anger and frustration, really.
There's anger on the Obama policies, but I also agree
but you can name any
Republican.
You can name any Republican who's going to badmouth Obama. If you got Republicans who are voting, who are angry at Obama, you can pick any of the above for the Republican candidates and vote for them and register a protest vote against Obama.
But the bottom line is, when we get to the general election, what we have to look at is, will the Republicans turn out? Because they didn't turn out for John McCain, they didn't turn out for Mitt Romney.
They will turn out.
If they don't turn out, it's going to be Republicans are going to lose another race.
I think they will turn out because, number one, they don't want another 4 years of the Obama administration if Hillary Clinton's elected, and they certainly can't let a socialist win a presidential election if Bernie Sanders is the nomination of the Democratic Party. I agree with you that the Republicans are angry because the Republicans they turned a Republican Congress, they then eventually turned a Republican Senate, and all of the things that they ran on that said they would stop in the Obama administration, they have basically rolled over and just let him continue forward.
But Trump is
there is a lot of anger on the Republican side.
But you look at Donald Trump and you see this phenomena where he could say anything. I mean, it's true. He made the comment that he could go out onto Fifth Avenue, shoot someone, and he would stay the same in the poll numbers. But Trump, to me, I don't like the guy. I think he's a charlatan. I think the guy is a goof. And I think that the guy has done an epic disservice to the Republican Party. And people that support this guy, they can only articulate usually one or two things. One is they're pissed off. They're ticked. They're mad at everything with government. Two, this guy, they say he tells it like it is. Where's his substance? Where is the substance
of
his
he says
policies?
his substance is coming. Now, he's a very smart, successful businessman, even though he's filed bankruptcy several times.
As his business.
That's part of business.
Ed, you're nothing but a loser. That's what you say something bad. I'm probably going to sue you.
The advantage that Trump has over his competitors is he's a master manipulator of the media.
Yeah. He is.
Okay,
he's brilliant.
He spent $27.3 million through the last financial filing. Okay?
Jeb Bush
spent
like
157. 7 times as much. Jeb Bush is now going back home.
And look at us. We're on a show, a local show, we often talk about local things, and we're talking about Trump.
That's right. I'm not even a Republican. I'm still talking about it for crying out loud.
So he's
I'm
getting
sorry
free,
about that.
he's getting free PR.
There are
John
cures for
Kasich
that,
has
right?
an equal amount of expenditures as what Donald Trump does,
Yeah.
but look who has the delegates.
So who on the Republican side, guys? Who's the logical choice among the candidates who are still in the race to take on Trump?
Well, before I answer that question, I want to say that I think the reason that Trump has risen to the top so much, and I will give him credit for this, and I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm a Trump supporter or that I'm not a Trump supporter. I have to wait to see who gets the nomination,
Fair
quite
enough,
frankly.
yeah.
But he has brought to the conversation many, many topics that if he were not in the race, I'm not sure those topics would be in the forefront for discussion. And I think that's part of his success. I mean, who would have brought this immigration deal?
All the Republicans.
I think Carl's right.
All
I
the
really do.
Republicans would have brought.
I think
Don't-
it's
Yeah.
not
Not
a
to the
state-
extent
I don't know. They all would have claimed they're going to get Mexico to pay for a wall, but they all would have made immigration an
He actually
issue.
says, he repeats this at his rallies. Who's going to pay for the wall?
And the wall just got 5 foot higher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, because
Mexico's going to pay
Yeah.
for the wall. Rubio and Cruz have had different stances on immigration over the last
Especially
several
Rubio.
years. And so they may be talking about it now, but they may have waited for somebody else to bring it. I don't think it would have been brought up that early.
No, I don't know about how early. I'm sure it would have been.
I
an
don't
issue
think it
one
would
way
be
or
a
another.
driver in the campaign. This is how
He's
Donald
driving
Trump-
the issue.
He drove the issue, and this is where his coattails began.
Yeah. Why is it that Republicans that are supporting Trump, and I ask this question all the time, why is it that they constantly ignore that he's the most liberal guy in the race? The Republicans claim that
No, wait. Look at his mindset now. What is this telling you? That's telling you that there is a strong, moderate core in the Republican Party that has no place to go right now. Trump is their only option.
I agree.
They may not even like the guy, but they've got no place else to go. All they have are these conservative ideologues, and no
Demagogues.
place for a moderate to go or to voice themselves.
Well, you know, I'm personally very conservative.
I know.
Okay, but when I look at what the conservative candidates put forward, I don't see Ted Cruz as a president. I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't either, actually.
I see Donald Trump as a leader. Now, does some of his policies scare the bejeebers out of me? Certainly.
I mean, to
But-
say that you're going to ban all immigration?
Some of the things just are not realistic, but we also know people who go out on campaign trails, they make promises, they make statements that they can't always
This
fulfill.
guy's a wild card. And
He got a lot of support, and a lot of people, his poll numbers went up when he said he was not going to allow any Syrian Muslims into the country.
yeah.
Now, he took it too far when he said he wasn't going to allow, any Muslims into the country. And of course, you can't do that to American
What about when he
Muslims.
said that George W. Bush basically lied and that the towers came down on George W. Bush's watch? Yes, that is true, but
He's going for the sensationalism there.
Well, of course he
I think
is.
I think you could distinguish when he's doing that and when he's making comments that are, it's hard to say even more reason for him. But sensationalism there, sensationalism when he says he's going to get the Mexicans to pay for the wall, sensationalism when he says he's going to ban all Muslims from the country. He knows he can't do that.
But he's controlling the conversation.
He's controlling the
As long as
conversation.
he controls the conversation, he's getting free publicity.
Yeah.
And the free publicity allows him to get further and further out into the fringes
And he's
draw people
controlling
in.
Who's
the
gonna take 'em on?
conversational
Okay,
jobs.
so let's look at it like
Right.
this.
The jobs issue, he's talking about, we don't have anybody who knows how to negotiate with China, nobody knows how to negotiate with Japan, and all these other places that he said that's unfair trade, and he talks about bringing jobs back and bringing the money back, and that's
He can't do that
resonating.
either,
And
though.
that's resonating.
He can't do that
he
either.
can't do half of the things that he says are unconstitutional.
So is he going to make the nomination? Is he going
Yes.
to get it?
I'm going to call this tonight. He's going to be the nominee. And if he is up against Hillary, he's going to win.
He's going to lose. He'll lose against Sanders as well.
No. I think he wins.
Well, now
He
that
wins
would be
big.
interesting, because we would have
big.
a socialist and a pure
Democratic socialist,
capitalist,
thank you.
and we would finally get the answer as to whether our country is going to
There's
remain
people
a
telling me that
capitalist
are
country or a
Democrats.
socialist country.
They're going to cross over and vote for Trump. I think he wins because he's like the Obama of 2008, except less guarded and more idiotic. That's just my personal opinion. Donald Trump, but he's a buffoon.
Here's what I think will
He's not a
happen.
he's
buffoon.
really
He's not a
intelligent.
goof. He's a very intelligent man and a very successful man.
I think
he's not a goof.
yes, but
He's not a goof.
I
he
think
may,
he's a goof.
He may look that way because of his hair, but he's not a goof.
Everything that
I don't-
man has
I
done
think-
since he announced his candidacy has been planned.
He's performing.
Okay,
Planned
he is
performance.
playing in front of the camera to get the response. And
What a marketer, huh?
Yeah. And the thing is, we all know it, and the people who support him know it, and they still support him. So it's
But
his
Obama,
people.
but Obama was a great marketeer as
Who
well.
can take him on?
well, any successful
And the
candidate,
Republican Party,
most
who
are.
can take him on?
well, even if you had Kasich and with Bush out,
Yeah.
that's still enough, not enough votes to overcome Trump's lead.
I like Kasich. I was a Rand guy for many reasons, but I like Kasich, and I think that if he's running a positive campaign, but he doesn't have the energy to take on Trump. I think the only one that can do it, the only one is Rubio right now.
And
I don't
that
think
would
it's
require
easy.
Cruz stepping down also.
Well, Cruz is not going to.
Yeah, Cruz ain't going to step down.
The only way that Trump will not win is if he goes one-on-one. If it's one versus two others, he's going to win the nomination.
All right.
And I think Rubio may be the only dark horse in this that could possibly.
He won't take it down.
depends upon if Trump does something that's really stupid. That in fact
I don't
drops
think it
his-
won't matter. It
that
won't
drops-
matter.
that
And he
drops
still
his poll
survives.
numbers.
It won't matter.
But it seems like the dumber it gets sometimes, the better his numbers are. So great conversation. So next up on the flip side, what is happening with the Peacock? We'll let you know in 3 minutes. We'll be right back.